Welcome back to The Pulse. With us now is Naoka Foreman, who is going to talk to us about question number 3, a ballot measure in the November general election. Naoka Foreman, thank you for joining us here.
Thank you so much for having me here today. 1 million voters, 1 million Nevadans are blocked from Nevada's closed primary system.
Well, thank you for joining us. It's our pleasure having you here, Naoka. If the ballot measure number 3, or question number 3, wins in the November election, what will it do to the Nevada elections?
I think that's a great question. What it would do is give voters more voice and better choices during our elections. Right now, 1 million Nevadans are blocked from having a voice in who makes it to the November election. Question 3 opens the primaries, giving everyone a voice in elections that their taxes pay for, regardless of party affiliation. So question 3 puts power back into the hands of we the people.
All right. Is this just on the state elections, or this includes the federal legislative positions?
This is a state-focused initiative. This is about statewide elections. This is focused on local elections in Nevada.
I was told in 2022 by some Democratic incumbents, legislators, this is an issue that they were divided, among themselves. What really is the benefit from adopting this concept of how our election will be run? What's your take on this?
The benefit is to the voters. So once again, question 3 puts the power back into the hands of we the people. Right now, party bosses and special interest groups are handpicking candidates during the primaries, and then voters have to choose the lesser of two evils during the November election. Question 3 would open the primary so that all voters can vote in a singular primary. That means that they're going to have better choices during the November election because these candidates are chosen by the voters. And question 3 gives voters more voice and more choice in November elections, where voters are constantly choosing the lesser of two evils.
Okay, and I'm sure you're speaking about, question 3 is like the ranked choice voting, okay? This ranked choice voting, when I was reading about this ballot measure in 2022 to amend the state constitution, I learned that this idea came from interest and funding outside of Nevada. If we pass this, we will be the 3rd largest state in the nation to have this after Alaska and Maine. Why do this? Why should we do that? Can you explain to our viewers a little bit more why your position is a yes?
Absolutely. Once again, 1 million voters are blocked from our closed primaries. That allows special interests and party bosses to handpick candidates. Voters are paying for the election. They should be able to vote for any party, regardless of the party that they're a member of. They're the taxpayers, and our military veterans, our teachers, our firefighters are independents, and they don't have a voice in who makes it to the general election. Question 3 would allow all voters to have a voice in who makes it to the general election and who ultimately represents us.
I see why some of some progressive-leaning groups have been advocating for this type of ballot measures, because there were actually some let's say pro-people grassroots groups or candidates who were running for office, and they got popular among independent, nonpartisan, and other party voters, and just only to come out on the election that they got lost by, let's say, by a landslide, in spite how popular they were.
Question 3, so I'm not sure what you're speaking of.
What the question was.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're speaking of, but I just want to focus on the benefits of question 3, which is giving voters more voice, allowing voters who pay for elections to vote how they want to vote, regardless of party affiliation. Right now, candidates are winning elections by launching polarizing attacks and not addressing the everyday issues that Nevadans care about, like our thriving, growing AAPI community. Question 3 allows us to have more voice,
Yes.
regardless of party affiliation, and no one should be forced to vote for one party in elections that their taxes pay for. So again, question 3 it's a no-brainer. Do you want to give voters more voice and more choice in elections? The answer is yes. In Nevada in 2022, 500,000 voters said yes to question 3, and once again, 1 million voters are blocked from having a say in who makes it to our general election ballot, and question 3 addresses that. In a state of 3 million people, where 3 million people, including children, 1 million don't have a voice in general elections, and who makes it to our general election ballot.
The earlier part of what you said, I agree on that. It's like the direct choice of the people instead of just like what the party, the
Chooses.
particular party had chosen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't you think voting for 5 and later be ranked is so confusing for voters and may cause a lot of ballots to be thrown out?
I think that question 3 is very straightforward. Once again, it allows voters to vote in one singular primary. You get to vote in one primary regardless of your party, and then the top 5 makes it to the general election, and you get to rank your preferences. That's a straightforward thing. That's something that we all do in our everyday lives. Let's say you're going to dinner and you have to make a choice on what you want to eat. You can rank your preferences just like you do every day.
And if question 3 prevails on a yes, okay, when will this take effect on the election of 2026? Would it be or the?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it
Because
would be
this is
implemented in 2026.
2026, because this is the second round. If it wins again, because it won in 2022. Top 5 primary and 5 going into the general election, and counting and recounting will continue until one candidate reaches 50% plus 1 vote as the winner. Your choice of a yes or no on this top 5 ranked choice voting initiative, you decide. We will leave it at that. And what's your last piece from you?
Thank you. Naoka,
Naoka,
yes.
yeah.
I do want to just correct you because
Okay.
question 3 would open the primaries and then allow voters to rank their preferences during the general election.
Okay.
But I will close out on, once again,
So it's like a, 5 finalists. Yeah.
Exactly.
5 top vote getter goes into the general election, where they will be ranked by what the preference of the voters are. Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And I will close on, once again,
Yes.
1 million voters are blocked from having a say in who makes it to our general election ballot. Question 3 will give voters more voice and better choices during the general election.
I see.
Well, friends, we're out of time for this show. Please join us again next week here at The Pulse. I'm Joe Buban. Thank you for watching.
And I'm Sam Buban. God bless your week.